Hello ladies and gentlemen, Groovy Guy here. Today we're going to be having a look at Transformers Titans Return, Deluxe Class Twinferno and Daburu. So here's Twinferno here, and I just want to say off the bat, the instructions for this guy are pretty vague. Some of the vaguest instructions I've seen recently. One problem with the Beast mode is just getting his Beast mode legs attached. I did some fiddling about with it yesterday, and I have found that let's see if I can get this out here. Come on, there we go. We see this tab here, sort of if you can finagle the leg around to fit into, so that tab sort of goes into this middle slot in this piece here. It sort of wiggles in there, fits in. Like I said, it does require a lot of finagling and adjusting and getting all the other bits back together. Okay, we're back. I just had to do a little bit more finagling to get the piece all lined back up, but yeah, it's all pretty good now. So he can stand as a, well, he has two legs attached, or two legs on the ground there. Otherwise, if you leave these unhinged, you might need to have the tail as a support piece. But being able to wiggle those into place, you can actually have him stand as a tripod, bipod instead of a tripod. Bipod, tripod, bipod, tripod. And let's have a look at his little buddy Daburu. He's just kicking back here in the tum-tum. There he is there. I'll wiggle him out. And I want to see if I can get a good close-up of this guy, because he actually does have a rather unique mold, even though it is bland white plastic. See if I can get his face up nice and close. Alright, there we go. You can see he's got like a beast face, and he's got an eye patch. This guy is a homage to one of the Beast Fighters characters. It's not Beast Wars, I think it's Beast Fighters or Beast Warriors. But yeah, this guy's made as an homage to him. Can we get his face back? Come on, there we go. So you can tell he's got a little eye patch, little snout, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. And transform him. That's a pretty good little face there. Yeah. So in his robot mode as well, put the arms out. He can fit into the stored guns on the back. Close that. Little peg holes on the feet, going to the pegs on the gun. There you go. And now he's sort of flying. See if we can get that out and that out. There we go. He looks like something from Evil Dead. I do like the individual heads here. This guy is a homage or reimagining to Double Cross, and he looks just like the brief on-screen appearance he had in the Headmasters, where he tried to extinguish a fire by blowing more fire onto it. So I think this head squirted fire, and then this head scolded him for squirting fire, so he then responded by squirting more fire. Classic moment. Anyway, there's a look at him in his beast mode. The wings do flop about. Floppy, 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 flappy, flappy, floppy, flappy. We'll be right back with his robot mode, which is now. And here we are with the, again, 95% robot mode done. All we need to do is just get Daburu, fold him in half. It makes a nice looking head, and in the wingsy. Yeah. There we go. I think he's in. I do have a bit of trouble with these Titan Masters sometimes. And there he is in his robot mode. Now I do want to cover something else that the instructions are pretty vague about, and that is his gun placement. Now you can see here in the instructions he's shown as having the guns in his sort of beside his head. Tinkering about with them, I found that these holes here are a bit too wide to hold the guns. You actually want to have these slots here on top of his arms, and they work by, take the gun here, split it in half. You can see this slot here and this slot here. They actually go into these bits here, and they get in there really securely. And then, nope, not that one. Which one? That one. And that clips in there really well. And there you go. He looks a bit more like he's portrayed in the instructions. The weird thing is though, the instructions don't touch on how to actually get that look. You can see there, the only reference to putting them in there is when you have to take them out in the instructions. Having a look. No, the only other mention of the instructions is how you can put them onto his back in beast mode. So yeah, it's a bit of a fail on the instructions side. So yeah, I was having trouble with the beast mode legs because if you look at the instructions, it doesn't really mention, I mean, here would be a good shot to have a little inset saying, you know, the tabs going here sort of thing, but it's just sort of loosely touched upon, and then you're sort of left to fend for yourself, which is a bit unfair. So yeah, just a little bit of tinkering and a bit of fooling about, and there you go. I think this is a pretty cool looking character. So the other way that he holds his guns is got the screw hole there, and that just fits in like that. Although weirdly he doesn't really look like he's holding the gun. Yeah, he is able to get a nice looking sort of check out my loadout kind of a look to him though. See how that works. Hello ladies, I have a nice personality. So anyway, there is Twinferno, and this coloured white on Daburu sort of matches Breakaway. So if you want to have an all white Autobot, yeah, kind of a nice matching white there. You can get it in focus. I think the camera's having a bit of trouble focusing on a white object with a white background. I should have just kept the old black background for this one, but there you go. And put the head back on. Come on. There we go. So there is Twinferno. He is a very worthwhile addition to any collection. And actually, believe it or not, I do not have the G1 version of this figure to do a comparison. So instead we're just going to have to go with the last video of Breakaway. So he's a pretty good deluxe scale figure, and of course here he is with Garvey Babes, who's still giving me grief for some reason, standing all weird and stuff. So yeah, there's Twinferno. Like I said, he's a very worthwhile addition to your collection. Just like I said, the instructions are fairly vague about a couple of things which I've touched upon, and yeah, I thought I'd address in this video, and hopefully you've been able to sort this out as well. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to be leaving a link to my previous video, which was for Breakaway, or Getaway, if you will. There's also a subscribe button. Like I said, trying to hit 1,000 subs by Christmas 2030. So, I've set a realistic goal there, I think. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye now.